Hey family, welcome to Family Meeple. I'm Raymond, and this has been long awaited. I don't know exactly, didn't check actually when it was on Kickstarter, so it was some time ago now. Has been on my radar for quite a while now. And to be honest, I even considered just picking up the base copy second hand. This is of course a canvas we're talking about, and it surprisingly held its value very well in the second hand market. And yeah, I mean it's beautiful, except for the popcorn. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. At least now with these styrofoam things, right? They are water soluble, which I hadn't realised, which I think is quite cool actually. So this should all be nicely recyclable. So you can see it's well packaged. Let's have a look at what we have. We have the canvas main box, I would guess, here. It's all upside down. It's just the way I've I should just rotate the box. This is gonna be awkward, isn't it? I'm just gonna get flipped in the face, aren't I? Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so we have, here's that again. We have our canvas main box. I love the artwork on this. This is what it's all about, folks, right? Artwork. In this game, you are a painter, and you are trying to win rosettes in order to please the critics. So here you go, a very quick sneaky peek of the premise of the game. So you'll be collecting these transparent cards, you'll be sleeving them together to formulate these pictures, and then they'll have different symbols, etc. And these symbols will determine the rosettes, the rewards, different goals that you get as you play the game. So we have our core box, we have the Reflections expansion. Just love that artwork, just pops on this video. That's some beautiful colours. So this adds to it then reversible transparencies. We have gold ribbons added into the throw and a board to aid setup and play. So that came in this expansion, and then there was the third and final expansion, Finishing Touches. Loving that artwork, it's beautiful. Here we go. So Finishing Touches. So this adds then the holofoil premium ribbons, which you can get to say you've got a kind of star prize masterpiece, and so you have your masterpiece frames as well. So there'll be specific criteria on the frames, and throughout the game, you may bide after these particular frames and pinch them from other players. There we go. So they are the main boxes. Of course, you're going to want to have easels to present your artwork on, so you do get a bunch of easels. What else have we got? We've got some sleeves for the sleeves, and some background cards, I'm guessing, in there. So a Trilogy Booster Pack. Okay, so there's 10 art cards, 4 award cards, 4 painter cards, 1 signature style, and 4 scoring cards. So it's a little mini booster, so I like that. Very good. So sometimes I think some of those things you get with like Dice Tower promos. And this is then the big box that everything gets housed in. So this is what convinced me when it came to Kickstarter as a big box with the third and final expansion to the trilogy. this is what convinced me to place my pledge. And I believe that should be everything within the box. Have a quick check. I don't think there's anything else in there. There's lots of little bits of these styrofoam. Right, let's get rid of that. So, okay. Pop off to the side. It's going to make an absolute mess on my table, isn't it? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, I've lost my camera. Look, it's got no idea what's going on. See, we get it to focus. Oh, there we go. And we're back in the room. With lots of white bits everywhere. Such a joy. Okay, so this will house these. All of this will fit into that box. You can see how these work together. Beautiful. Look at that. How gorgeous. And this, folks, this is what it is all about. You will have your picture elements, something in the foreground, stuff going on in the background of elements and stuff, and you'll marry these things together. Oh, with points, right? Points make prizes. Look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so let's dig in. So, yeah, they did say when you get this Kickstarter, it will be for us as the backers to go through and mount everything from, or transliterate perhaps, everything from, and I love this, there's a hole just here, so you can actually hang it up on your wall as a piece of art. Love it. And you can actually do that with the game in it and just slide it out. Do like that. Do like a little bit of thinking outside the box. Okay, so we've got our rules. You can see not massive here, so that's good. Like a not too significant rule set. Let's come down a bit. There we go. Okay. So, let's have a look. So, the very simple initial version is almost similar to, what was it now? They did a Golem version of it. There's another trilogy of games. I can't remember. My brain is gone. But yeah, a very common notion we've seen now where you have a central pool everyone is drafting from, and you have these inspiration tokens which we'll find in here. Here we go. These are your inspiration. I love this. I love the fact that the inspiration tokens are little painting easels. Look at those. They are so cute. Love it. So you have your inspiration tokens. Oh, I've lost one already. And these you would then put down to say, I don't want the first one, I don't want the second one, I'm going to skip across so I can grab the last one over here because that's what I really want, because it's got the particular symbols that I'm after in order to win one of these many various scoring mechanisms at the top. And there'll be a whole bunch of those in the initial box set and then added to thereafter. And yeah, I mean that is kind of the basic principle of the setup, and at the point when you've got 3 of these, you sleeve them into a sleeve and you present your artwork. So the complete trilogy, which of course we now have, reflections and finishing touches. So we have our sleevey sleeves. We have, there we go, there's our enormous cards and a whole bunch of other cards. Here we go. So these are the backgrounds. and a name tag as well. I love that as well. I love the fact that when you get these cards, they've got part of the name on the card as well. So as you take, so for this particular column with a doggy on it, this is Precious, the dog Precious. I love that. I love that. So if you pick up this particular card here, with a little doggy, this doggy is Precious, and it tells you the name there. And so then you match that with another card that has a name over here, and it becomes the Precious Playground or something. You know, I love it. I love the fact that they actually name it as well. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right, how do I get in? It has got a tear point. So I'm just going to try and figure out where the tear is. I'm not finding it though. Usually on one side or the other, and the other side is completely flat, so it's definitely not the other. It is definitely this side. Here we go. We're in. We're in. Here we go. They all go everywhere because they're plastic. So here we go. So you get to see some of these. Let's bring over here. So let's see some of these. Oh, this one's working. Okay, excellent. So we've got Precious there. Peaceful. So these all tend to have a thing on that one side. So these are definitely sort of foreground pieces. There we go. Get to see some of those, and then we've got some of these that are much more busy and representative stuff going off in the backgrounds. We'll try and get there. So this is whimsical, and it works out. It goes really well actually on the. I mean, obviously I've not got the green screen turned on because you'd have things that would just disappear, fading. So things like that I think would not come out very well. There we go. The yellow space scene. Got a lady walking along doing a washing out. It's delicate. Beautiful. We'll do one more. Vast. The sea. Excellent. And then of course we've got some more of the then the background elements. You've got nature and complexity, game, obstacles. Love it. And you get some much bigger ones like these. The frames for sanctuary and freedom. Very, very nice. Very beautiful. And again, you get others like these, like trap. So more of the kind of the foreground elements. Curiosity. We'll do one more. Ooh, so we can get it. Surrender. Okay, so you get a whole bunch of these, and the idea is you completely shuffle these up. So you've got lots of these, as you can see. So yes, you completely shuffle all of these up, and you pop them into, where's it gone? This little box here. There we go. And this may now be replaced and upgraded, of course, with the drawer with the big box just off the camera there. As I mentioned, then we're playing for these rosettes. So we've got all these purple, green, red, blue, and grey rosettes. So we'll be bidding for these based on some of the conditions that are in here. So hopefully this will be a bit easier to open. Okay, so these are your scoring goals, if you like. These are what the critics are looking for. And one of the things that I liked, that I think they addressed in their updates, is so variety, for example. So these, in this scenario, they're looking for a mix, a full-on mix of the different symbols that you've got. So that's colour there, for example. So you'd need to have colour and also a triangle, so you want to cover that one up, as well as then the boxes. But obviously in this case, as you can see, it's everything's overlapping everything else. You don't want to have that, as well as the circle. Yeah, so you want to try and get all of those things. So when you build your final picture, if you've got all those symbols showing, then you get to score, and then at the end of the game, Depending on the number of rosettes you scored for this particular card, you'll score either 4 points, 8 points, or 13 points if all of your cards happen to match. So there, for example, you see I've got a little ballerina dancing in the window. Okay, so it gives you, ooh, knocked my camera there, so it gives you an idea how, that was my excitement, gives you an idea how that works. So yeah, and then if you're not too sure what it means, it says here, so score variety for each complete set of 4 elements. So this is an example then at the bottom of the card. And then you get +1 rosette. So just different examples of what that might look like. Okay. So we have, let's have a look, quite a number of these. We use this, we've got composition. So here we're just looking for the actual colours and the background of those cards. We've got consistency. It's exactly 6, wow, of those elements. Okay, exactly 1 of those, so that was quite easy to achieve. For emphasis, you'll see obviously then the points at the end make it are reflective of how easy it is to score these particular elements. We've got some of these that are a bit more variance in terms of potentially you get all 4. So proximity, so if you've got the box next to the colour, or colour next to the box, the circle next to the box. So you see we've got a lot of these different scoring mechanisms, and again what would happen is you would shuffle these up and you would put out 4 of all of these. So you get a good level of variety every time you play the game, and obviously this is just what is in the core box we've seen already, and again it gives you that extra clarification on the back. Should you not quite understand from glancing at the front what the objective is for this scoring mechanism there. Go in there, maybe not. And then each player, as you start, there is a great big selection of different backgrounds that you can choose from. You can see some of those, and on the back of them then we've got just a framed picture, really. That's the same on the back of all of them. So yeah, so you would put that into your sleeve first of all, and the other cards would then be situated on top of the background to create your picture. So that's how they work. In addition to that, so we get a whole bunch of baggage, which obviously we're not going to need. There we go, and they actually put a hole in this box as well. So you'd unhook the whole thing and then off of the wall. Got some additional objectives, some special objectives for 3. A Canvas award. So these are, I think, extras that you can add in as well. 4 points for that one. Canvas award for 6 or more across all paintings. Okay, so the idea is to make, I believe he's trying to make 3 paintings. So we've got those as well. It does come with a little playmat for the base game. It's well and truly taped up in there. I'll not take it out, but I'll take it now. I've got to. Come on now. Come on now. Let's have a look. Let's open this up. Try not to damage the mat in the process. Is that enough? Maybe. Come on now. Let me in. Let me in. Oh, hey. There we go. Right. Okay, so put that out of the way. This is our little playmat that you get for the base box. It is stitched. But it's just cloth. Yeah, I'm sure you'd lay that out on the table. Let's put those out of the way. There you go. So you lay that flat on the table, like so. And this is where you can see then, so you'd have your 4 different colours and different sort of things that you're aiming for in order to gain your different coloured rosettes. So green rosettes for this one, blue rosettes for that one, etc. And then this is where you would put out your particular cards that you are drawing from, and you would determine what is it you're after regarding the there we go, and then the box of cards would be sat here, and that's where you would have your inspiration tokens then to say, well, actually I want that one, so therefore I'm going to put 1, 2, and then take this one, and then if somebody else takes that one later on, oops, and then when you take that one, all these shift down, another one comes off the top, and then later on, because that's got a token on it now, someone else takes that one, they gain that inspiration token that you've placed. There are full solo rules for this, which does slightly change up the game, but in the main, the base principle is very much the same. So, yeah. And as you can see, there's nothing on the other side. So, that was the playmat comes in the original game. Get out here, all folded together. Anyway, right. So that's everything that comes then in the original game, and there was, in fact, it's not everything. There is a little booster pack in the core box. I'm not entirely sure what this booster pack is for, and why it's separate to the rest of the cards, but they do look pretty cool. So let's have a quick look, shall we? Here we go. So we've got, is that over something else? Is there 2 there? No, it's just the 1. So we've got the Forgotten Tower. We've got a dragon, Scorched. Got some fireworks, are pointless. What's that one there? Simple. It's got some flying coloured airplanes. Oh, a secret box. We've got a Mirage. We've got a set of Nashers. Desires. We've got an Expression, a graffiti artist. We've got Imagination, it's like a flying kind of hipper thing. And then Dread, a tree. So, yes, we've got lots of additional cards, as you can see. There, and again, I think what that adds is just a slight complexity in some of the additional bits at the bottom. Okay, so that's what we get in the core box. Let's move on to Reflections. So this is the first of the 2 expansions for Canvas. So we'll dig into this, and again, we do have, of course, the hanging mechanisms. You can, of course, hang these on the walls. You can hang all 3 of them side by side, have a nice, very pretty mural. Would that be the right word? I don't know. Collection of artwork. Looks like this expands the game as well, maybe. I don't know, 1 to 5 players. It was 1 to 5 originally as well. Oh, feels like there's a bit more in this box than the other. Let's have a look. So this requires, of course, the Canvas base game that we've just looked at to play. So it has got a couple of sides of rules, so nice texture paper here. So it gives you some rule changes. So when you're pulling cards out, there is a means to how you select them. I'll have to get my head around that. Here we go. So we've got a bigger board now, and up to 8 positions of cards to potentially select from. We've got places for the ribbons to sit, and there's an additional couple of mechanisms for scoring as well, and there is the signature style, and there's the masterpiece variation, and we have then sort of choose one of the following setups that features interesting card interactions if any player's score exceeds the goal. So 20, 32, etc. The scenario is completed, colour in the job. Besides, yep, so we did that. So, yeah. So added in some additional features, thoughts, mechanisms, more baggies. Okay, so we've now got gold rosettes, so they've been added to the other colours. Oh, that's quite nice. We've got some pretty badges. Oh, I do like that. Badges you can wear and take a picture. Love it. Let's have a look at the badges. So we've got a masterpiece, very, very colourful one. And then we've got best in show. She can actually wear the little badge as well. Love it. That is fantastic. Oh, it's brilliant. Do like that. Okay, so put those back away. Got some more inspiration, because of course having the bigger board now, you're going to need more inspiration. Put more out. Talking of which, let's have a look at the board. If I get it out, there we go. And it is covered in the back as well. Nice touch. Okay. Did I think it made a change to the play time? No, still 30 minutes. 30 minutes for this for the expanded game. Oh, here we go. And I think I'm going to struggle now to fit this on the camera. Okay. So what it gives you then is areas at the top of the board so you can put out all your particular rosettes. We've got silver, gold, purple, blue, red and green as original places to put your conditions for scoring. There we go. And then at the end of the game, every silver rosette you get is worth 2 points, every gold is worth 3. And then you see here we've got these additional areas now for which we can be scoring. Adding cards to draft from. Okay, so it does go as it did before, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah, there was a mechanism where it was talking about these coming down, maybe? I don't know. I need to figure that out. And that folds back up nicely. That goes back in the base. Okay. So we get some more base sleeves. We get another expansion pack. We get, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So we get 2 gold per animal. So these are the signature style. So this is the new thing they added. So when you're adding in animals, you get extra points for per humanoid, per metal. So you get an idea of what those kind of things are for metal, per plant and per wood. So there's a specific style cards added to the fray. We have some additional backgrounds as well, so that's quite nice. Quick look at those. There we go. It's a nice little, quite a spacey feel to that one. It's quite nice. I love that they got these little bits of texture on there as well. Beautiful. Bit of a lightning one, waterfall, forest. Beautiful pieces there. Okay. And what else did we get? So, as I mentioned, then we also got a number of additional goals. So, as I mentioned, as always, you've got the clarification on the back. So, if you're ever not quite sure what it means, yeah, so 2 pairs of adjacents for adjacency. Rhythm, 3 pairs of those. And again, you'll see the scores are in relation to the difficulty to get. Oh, so we've added those in. We looked at the backgrounds. Let's have a look at the original deck. I'm going to guess this is the original deck, maybe. Anyway, do you know what? They're all going to go together, so it's fine. Okay. So, what you'll notice with these as well, they've now got some arrows on these, and here we go. We've got as well a little dot to indicate that these are indeed from the expansion set. Just there, just a tiny little dot. And I appreciate that. Makes it easy to see. The Colossal. Love it. Obviously featured on the front of the box. Juvenile. An idea for these. And then I believe all of these, in fact, yeah. So there's a juvenile on that side, but when you flip it over, you still get the dot. It's now a white dot. It is a ride. So it indicates it has been flipped. So these are, so the arrows are confirming that this is a flippable card. So you could have a giant giraffe look. In fact, it comes from the colossal to the giant. The lost with the directions flips over to become direction. There you go. So that's the key feature now with these particular cards, and you'll know when you see them in the lineup because I'll have these dots on them. So releasing the water becomes release. Wonderful cascade of rainbow. Just one more then. Got the calm. When you flip it over, whoa, comes relief. There we go. So get you an idea of those, and again, yeah, you get lots. So look at some of the background ones. So you've got falling leaves. Oh, I've got a couple together there. Sorry. There you go. It becomes spring. And then this one is fleeting. Becomes age. Yeah. So we've got a number of different ones. So we've got sweets. There's delight. Okay. And let's look at a couple of the others. Seeking. Comes plague. Now, interesting. Okay, and fantastical comes birth. So yeah, lots of different ideas and graphics. Fantastic artwork throughout, as always. Beautiful stuff like those. And then let's have a look at this expansion. And I'm still trying to figure out why they didn't it. And maybe it'll cover in the books. I'm just going to throw them all together. They were like, oh, make sure you don't throw them all together. Oh, thanks for that. So again, we have got little dots on these as well. There we go. So we've got wrecked becomes time. We have volatile, and there you go. You see, so you'd have volatile time, and then something else maybe in the background. We've got serenity, nice waterfall. We've got good versus evil. That's what I suspected it would be. We've got floating evil. Or you have dive. So we've got quite a number of these. Let's have a look at one with a bit more background on. So we've got scattered comes strategy. And we'll do one more, the spectacle. The earth comes marvellous. There you go. So for example there you could have perhaps a marvellous strategy because he's diving towards this radiant sun with all these board game pieces around him. Perhaps. Wouldn't particularly score very well though, I think. Perhaps. There you go. So yeah, so we've got some of those things, and So look, what else have they included now? So we've got 2 times whatever that is here instead. So when you put that one over the top of that one, for example, it'll be 2 times this colour wheel. Yeah, the colour. So again, you can see how these things add up and make up your score. Oh, that's interesting. I seem to have an offcut there. That is the edge of that one. Interesting. That's been miscut. As you can see, it's been cut short on there. There we go. So yes, little things like that perhaps watch out for in your own collections as you go. But yeah, so very, very pretty, very, very beautiful. So we get a mat, some extra sleeves, and that's what you get in that expansion. And like I said, I don't think you're going to need that mat. I could be wrong. Oh, and then we have the 3rd and final expansion. Get in. There we go. Which is the finishing touches. So you've got artwork. Again, just the single fold out. Okay, and this adds to it. Anyway, oh, looks like we've got a board extension with this one for those platinum pieces. So maybe do use the board, perhaps at the second game still, because that looks very much the same. But board set up with reflections. There we go. And we get some of these new frames, as I mentioned at the start, and use all the ribbons, obviously the scoring cards, and you've got some rules changes and some additional scenarios that you can play through. Here we go. Ooh, very nice. So these are the cards. So there'll be something else just to slide in the back there, and then they will stand up. So we've got most squares and stars. Stars are the new one they've added in with this expansion, which is the wild. So just have a quick look at that. There we go. So you've got the most squares and stars would get you 2 points at the end of the game. And these are, even if you've completed it and you slide your picture in, it's still possible for somebody else to pinch it from you. So it is all to play for right up to the end of the game. So the most circles and wilds. And when you put a wild into a picture, you have to declare there and then what that wild is going to be representing. So most colours and wilds, and the most triangles and wilds. And then, yeah, you get these just this extra beam that you put at the back to make them stand up. Very quick and simple to mantle. So you can actually have them stood up on the table like so, so everyone can see them, and you have your beautiful artwork on display. Just pop that out. Okay. So I'm sure there'll be somewhere to pop those in the box. There we go. So we've got all those bits. Good. Ooh, some more cards, some more sleeves. It's still 1 to 5 players, 30 minutes. These are the new platinum rosettes, sort of kind of rainbowy rosettes there. And at this stage, they've decided, you know what, it's probably become a bit more complicated. Let's include a scoreboard so you can actually add up your scores as you play through the game. Another baggie, and this is just a pool. So obviously, if you remember the board, where at the sides you had places to put your rosettes. So this is somewhere now to put your new platinum So platinum is equal to 4 points at the end of the game. 4 per platinum, 3 per gold. I don't know why they are flip sides. There'll be something in there, maybe for solo play, perhaps. Looks like we get some more point conditions. Alright, okay, so then these they've got a dot, but they've got a little F in them. If I have a look on the other ones, these have a dot and they have a something else in them. Maybe an R. Reflections are, looks like RD, but I'm not entirely sure what the RD. Anyway, so let's have a look at the excuse me, just distract myself. So we have some extra scoring criteria. Here we go. So irregularity, so an odd number of icons. We have a motif. So this is your empty next to a triangle, or triangle next to empty. Exactly one bonus icon, either silver or gold. Exactly 3 types of symbols. Oh, that's worth a lot. So a square and a blank and a square. Impasto. Wow. Okay. Also worth a lot. Shading. Continuation. And saturation. So I love the fact they've got these little motifs at the top as well. They're all unique, all different, colourful, and they kind of lend themselves to, you know, so harmony with the music and abstract, and yeah, very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, let's have a look and get some more backgrounds as well. Let's just quick at those. Some there. Like I said, as I said before, I like that they're textured, right? They're not just a slap-on graphic. Sorry, they're not physically textured to feel, but you can see the texture in the graphics. That's what I mean. Okay, let's have a look. We've got then some style cards. I think these are kind of in place of the style cards. Oh, FD finishing. FT finishing touches. FD, I'm not quite sure. Finishing expansion. Who knows? Right. Okay. Okay. So let's have a look. What have we got here? So we've got Mary Kassoff. So our cards in the second column are free. All right. So this gives you a different means. So Van Gogh, after making your third painting, immediately make a fourth painting with the remaining cards in your hand. Max 2. Wow. So you can see then they've got these different additional kind of conditions, events, if you like, just a different impact on the game. It's a really nice touch, yeah. Works really well. You may have up to 6 cards in your hand. Starting the game with 4 extra for 1 to 4 players only. So yeah, lots of additional mechanisms added into the fray, and let's have a look at some of the new cards that we get this expansion. And here we go. So straight off the bat, we can see now we have the wild card, so that counts as anything at all. Counts as anything at all. So, but these are not reversible. Yeah, so these are not reflections. So if you notice, there's no flip image on these. So these are not reversible. And the other thing they added in here is blending. So you see here, this blends from the green into this zone. So if I were to place that with that, then I could potentially claim 3 triangles, because you've got a triangle that blends into this one. So there are 2 triangles, and then that also counts as another triangle. So that's how that works. So these are the mechanisms that they've added in to this. So we've got the wilds, and then we've got various blending cards throughout. Yeah. So to give you an idea what those cards might look like, but not reversible. Yeah, so it's only if it's got the flip arrow, you know it's from the Reflections collection and is reversible. So it gives you an idea of what you get for those. And again, we have our little mini expansion set. Again, I don't know why these are separate. They've been one in every box. Hey, you know, it's always nice to have more cards, right? Love it. Okay, let's have a look then. So, have a look at some of these. Big, reaching, so blend on the red, verbose, a whole bunch of bats at the top. Refined. Love it. We've got some ripples. Holiday. Score. Happiness. And slumber. Okay, so they are the extras that come with that expansion. So lots of sleeves. I think there's a pack in every one of them. So then, in addition to those, before we dig into the box, there was of course then an extra expansion set, Canvas Trilogy Booster Pack. So I don't know if this is maybe exclusive if you were to purchase the entire trilogy via the Kickstarter, perhaps. So I'll give you a quick rundown of what is in here. Here we go. So we got some more of these additional point factors. So let's have a look at those. Okay, so 5 points at the end of the game for the most points from your signature style. These are of course rotational, so you get exactly 2 wilds across all 3 paintings. So if you limit yourself, you get an extra 5 points for that. First to score 4 bonus ribbons, or alternatively score 2 different bonus ribbons with 1 painting. First to score 1 of every ribbon. Wow. Okay, so this is definitely different conditions. 5 points for everything. Most bonus ribbons gets you 5 points, or 3 platinum ribbons gets you 5 points. We've got a few more artists in here as well. There we go. So the artist's impact. So after you complete a painting, you may swap the art card or cards in your hand with the top cards from the deck. You've got a few of those change ups. And we have a few more additional point scores. A-B pattern. Okay, and then finally we also have a new signature style, which is liquid 3 points per liquid featured. There we go. So we got those additional cards. We get some more sleeves. Got lots of sleeves. Wow. Okay. And then we get a bunch more of the cards themselves. So these are not reversible, and they have got a little icon on them. I'm sure it probably says something. Looks like a T, perhaps. Shocking. That's how it makes me feel. Shocking. Got a ball for otherworldly. Following. got a citadel. And again, you see some of these motifs coming back around now that we've already seen. We've got a tangled kite. I've got an idea. Just off there. Got a sand timer for inverted wonder flying carpet. Got a twister for turmoil. And finally, Riviera. Okay. So, that is all of the contents, alongside obviously the easels, which I showed you in the pack, just as a nice little addition. So when you've made your picture, if it's not going in one of the big frames, you've got somewhere to put it, a little easel. Okay, so that is all of the rules, all of the boxes individually, and then you have the big box. The idea is all of that content sits in here, and as you can see, it then has all the appropriate drawers, areas. So you've got somewhere for your easels, somewhere for the frames and the scoreboard, somewhere for the gold and silver, somewhere for the all the different cards for the styles and the extra victory point conditions and the point conditions. Somewhere for all of those. Oh, there's a hole there. Okay. And let's see if we can figure out how to get in without destroying anything. Shall we? There we go. Gently does it. Gently does it. And I have to say, oh, it's nice. Nice feel. It's linen finish, that's the word, linen. And apologies for the glare on this, but there is a reason for it. Here we go. So, this I like. So we've got the front, if that's your preference, and the back, if that's your preference. But when you take this sleeve off, these elements are separate, front and back. So you can put it round the other way when you pack it away, if that is your preference. Which is always really nice little touch. There we go. So in fact, you can change it up. There it is. So now you have that on one side, the other side. Just beautiful. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. It is brilliant. Okay, so what do we get in the big box? Okay, so on the other side then, we'll have a place to put the actual scoreboard. So yes, we will be keeping that scoreboard. Aha, and here we go. There is a setup guide which takes us through everything that we have, and you see there truly is a lot of content. So these, and in fact, actually these are the scenarios that we saw featured on those rulebooks. So these are just an additional instance of those. You've got an additional set of check boxes you can check against. There might be some new ones on there as well, I'm thinking. There we go. So we've got the setup as we've seen now. So let's bring it down here. There we go. So we've got the setup now explained all on one piece. So the game setup all on one card now, on the basis that you've got all of the goodies, core box and the expansions, and each player gets 3 of the random backs in the sleeves, a number of inspiration tokens, and easel. There we go. Okay. So that is what's featured in there. Oh, And then we also have, ooh, it's so pretty. I tell you what, guys, on the camera, it just pops, totally pops so well. Okay. Beautiful, loving this. There we go. So in fact, it looks like you've got a combined rulebook set as well, so you don't have to worry about. So you learn this one with absolutely everything thrown in right at the outset, and you don't have to worry about having to work out, okay, what's changed, what are the different rules, etc, etc. Yeah, I'm going to have to read this though, because I can't understand from this diagram. It looks like you draw from here to here, then to here, but then you've got these arrows from here to here. I'm confused. So you, when you've got 5 cards that you've drawn, you'll choose 3 of them to create a picture, trying to align your symbols as best you can to score points against the mechanisms. That is the main crux of the game, and as I mentioned, you might be able to, if you score this particular criteria with whatever frames are out, you've got the chance to win platinum ribbons in addition to the normal red, green, blue, purple, silver and gold ribbons. There is the solo puzzle mode, as I mentioned, so that does come with this as well. And they have a painting with Vincent. Love it. And then you've got an icon reference guide. So whether it's just the swatches, double icons, the blending icons, what all those mean. And then some additional variants as well. So you've got the painter and masterpiece variant, the award variant, the signature star variant, and the slide draw. Here we go. So then this is then how everything all fits together in the new storage mechanism. So side B draws and side A draws. But in fact, as I say, they are very intrinsic, right? Intrinsic? Is that the right word? I don't think that's the right word. Intrinsic. Instinctive. That's the right word. Instinctive, right? So you can see. It's been a long day. So you can see you've got a place there to put all of your ribbons, and they are, oh, right, nice. So they are divided as well. So they will stay separate. So you've got the red and the green ribbons in there. You put those in there like that. I love the fact that they've got these. It's just small attention to detail. I love it. I love it. I haven't got to go in and try and pick things up. No, I've got a little lip. I can slide things. I love it. It's just beautiful design. And this is all cardboard, right, folks? There's nothing in here. Now that was silly of me, wasn't it? Look. In my excitement, I put it in the wrong way around. Thankfully, I was able to get it back out. Okay. Don't do that. Make sure you put them in the right way around. Okay. And they don't go back any further than that. So that's now there. Love it. Okay. So, yeah. So slide out. And again, box with the scoops. Love it. Oh, that's a little one. Nice little scoopy edge for the gold, and these are for the badges. The badges, they go in there. Okay. Oh, and another little one there for the easels. The inspiration tokens. It tells you how many inspiration tokens each player gets as well, depending on which version of the game you are using. Okay. And I'm guessing then this little slot here will of course be for the original board, so you can still use the original board. So there's a platinum token slot, and a bigger slot for all of your cards to go in. I don't know why there's a plastic thing in there. Good old. I can't get it out. What the heck? Stabby. Stabby, stabby. Okay. Okay. Should I leave that in there? I don't know. Maybe. I'm a bit cautious now. I think the idea is that these are all of your cards that you're going to be drawing from. So these would all of these would all get shuffled up, playing with everything. And they would all be sat in there, like so. And then you would sit that next to the table and you would draw them and fill up the rows as people draw. That's how that works. We've got them all to hand. We've got a bunch of them to hand, surely. Just make sure I don't end up putting something in there that shouldn't be in there. I think, yeah, these are all the transparent ones. Try and get them all the same way around. Oop. Okay, background cards. Oh, maybe it should be background cards? No, surely not. Surely not. Sleeves. What are those sleeves? Oh, I didn't even look at that. Look at that. I did look at that, and I put them back in there. Okay. Get rid of that. Okay. More of those. Da, 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 da. Points. Backgrounds. Lots of backgrounds. Okay. And those. Yeah. I think that's all of them. I think. Is that all of them? Oh, almost. Almost. We've got the additional goodies that we just unboxed as well. So that's it. There you go. So that is all cards. Obviously you want to give them all a really good shuffle. But as you can see then you've got a whole raft of backgrounds. Oop. Got a whole raft of, well, there's even more backgrounds. You know, have those. Got a whole raft of scoring mechanisms. Look at all those. Love it. Okay. And then we've got our artists and how they add up, change up the gameplay, game to game. We've got our the signature styles. For those. And our 5-point victory conditions. I'm sure I have. Yeah, I've got those over here. There we go. So lots of those as well. So yes, lots and lots of variety. And I think this is the thing for me, folks. I love having a game that is simple to learn and to play, but has a tremendous amount of variety to keep it interesting, right? That is so, in my mind, certainly for me, so key. Right, so, and then this is where everything else will reside. Oh, look at that. We've even got some nice dividers. Oh, I like that. That's thoughtful. That's nice. And again, these are, they've not spared any expense of these. These are nice. It's printed linen finish. So it's gloss cards, a printed linen finish on there. Okay. Why not? Why not? Okay, so what have we got? Background cards. Let's go with those background cards. I'll whack those in there. Bloop. Got painter cards, so they're all these different artists. So we can pop those in there. There we go. Got our painters. Got signature styles. That's our white cards with those extra points on there. Our signature cards. We've got award cards. They're our bonus points award cards. We've got the background cards. They're all in there. And then our scoring cards, of course, makes up the bulk of the additional cards that we have. There we go. So plenty of room. That's definitely all of them. Okay. Okay, so they go in there. I'm just wondering where sleeves go. I wonder, should I put the sleeves in there? I've got a spot for the easels. So we can wrap those out. Put the easels away. There's a place for everything. Love it. There we go. Got some nice space for the easels. We'll go in there. Of course, they stand up, as you would expect. Just on. Love it. Go away. This is the awkward bit now. Did actually fit in. Have I got it right? Kind of, maybe. There we go. Beautiful. Space for our silver ribbons, gold ribbons. A place for. Oh, and it even comes with an additional score pad. I appreciate that. Like it. So we've got an additional score pad. Oh, I see. Okay. I think I need to put that back in. Right. So silvers, easels, badges, easels. I think they probably just go in there with the backgrounds. That's where I'm going to put those. There we go. I've got somewhere for them. I don't think there's another spot for them. So yeah, so they went in there. And the big frames, what do they do with the big frames? They also need to go in there. Do they fit in there? So you are supposed to make them up. But don't get me wrong, actually, I like that. I appreciate that they give you the space to actually make them up, set them up, and leave them up. Famous last words. That's it. Oh. That's odd. I thought I was going to be able to do that. Do I have to just fold them flat like that then? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Not so sure I like that as much, because that just stresses those pieces, but okay. That's what it is, folks. Right, so we'll put those in there, pop those in there, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Flat, and it all fits in there. Okay. I guess that's the main thing, folks. It all fits in there. Yes, so then it does confirm there's a teeny little picture on the edge. This is where we'll put the original mat, perhaps. So yeah, we'll just roll it up. Whee! Roll your mat. Try to put it away because I rolled it too loosely, but it will maybe kind of perhaps fit in there. Maybe it's just sticking out. Yeah, there was part of me perhaps that thought there may have been a neoprene mat as opposed to the cardboard one, but I mean, again, it's not a big deal, right? It's just, I think, in part maybe what I've just got used to with board games nowadays is that you would have neoprene mats instead of cardboard. I guess more than anything just because of wear and tear on the card, right? But there you go. So that fits in there like so. So there we go. Whoops. So just bear in mind when you do flip it over, there are shells on the other side that will try to come out if you have laden them. Okay, so there was something I missed here, which is you have the one at the back, and then this one sits under here and here. Yes, so it kind of pushes them out naturally towards the top for you as you're drawing the cards out. So it's just a little wedge that sits in there. So don't throw those away. That is there to help you, and do make sure you get them in the right way. Otherwise you would be in trouble. Okay, so we've got places for the ribbons. I won't bore you with putting all those away. And a place for the board. The only thing I don't know necessarily is where will... so now we've got... maybe we don't use or need to keep these other instruction sets because they are now all concatenated within here, which is so good. Like that. And we've got obviously our setup guide that we can include. And then in this one, which is the heavy one left over, has our board. So in theory, that should go in there with the setup guide, and it does. Very nice. There we go. Whoop. Me pushing stuff out, you don't know. There you go. So the board fits in there with the rules and the setup guide, so that's everything you need. Got a little space for the badges, as I mentioned. They go in there, and then I'll put away the ribbons and the inspiration tokens, and that's it. That is everything. So that all goes in here, and then obviously you can sleeve it up so it doesn't go anywhere. Everything all stays nice and tight. So that's the purpose of this sleeve then on either side. Just keeps everything locked in nice and tight. Very ingenious. Great design. I really like that. The artwork on it is fantastic. It does kind of remind me akin of Dixit. If I was going to place the artwork similar to or alongside another board games artwork. But very, very pretty. Really like this. As you see it does take up a bit of playable space when it's all out and about and to get sorted, as with many of these games when you're just getting them sorted. But once it is done, it is beautiful. Oh yeah, I was going to try and then work out where do I put this. Does that fit in there as well? I think it might. Ooh. Oh, it does. Nice. There we go. You thought of everything. Very good. And that's it, folks. That is Canvas, the core box with the 2 expansions in its brand new big box. 1 to 5 players. It's going to be a fantastic family game. I can't wait to get this table with the family. It's going to be great fun. Really looking forward to it. And the fact that it's got the solo as well, I'll bring that, and you can see what that looks like as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do hit that like button. It really does encourage me. And of course, you know, if you want to see more content like this, please hit that subscribe. It does encourage me to keep making this content. It's nice having my table back. I lost it for quite some time, as you've seen with some of my shorts, to creating lots of Necromunda scenery. Yeah, that took a lot longer than expected. Yeah, it's great having lots of scenery, but it does take some time to put together. Anyway, thank you for bearing with me, and hopefully come back again very soon with some more content. Take care and see you soon.